if you are working from home today, there's a big chance your boss could be spying on you right now.
Yeah, employee monitoring software is now used by half of all Aussie businesses to ensure their staff are being productive when out of the office. But is it a breach of privacy? For more, we're joined by Natasha Hawker from Employee Matters. Great to have you with us. First off, how exactly does this software work? What's it monitoring?
Fascinating, and it's evolving all the time. It can monitor your location, geographic location, what devices you're on, what software you're using, and how many keystrokes, and how productive you are. So it is evolving and it's getting better and better.
Wow.
Does the business have to tell you they're doing it?
Yes, they do. And it should be in your contract. You should sign off in your contract that you are aware that you're being surveilled either by camera or on your equipment through AI.
So should they be allowed to? I mean, they obviously are allowed if half the businesses are using it. Should they be allowed to use it?
I think the question, Matt, is why would you want to do it? So is it from a business plan perspective? Is it because you have a huge amount of employees working from home? And you might now say, if you want to continue to work from home, the caveat is that we are going to put this AI intel on your computer so that we can see how productive you are. And there are some benefits too, because isolation might be an issue with people working from home.
True.
And if you've got an employee that has suddenly had great performance and dropped off, you might want to check in with them and see if they're okay from a mental health perspective.
Yeah, that's interesting. Can the employee say, look, I feel terrible, this is a breach of my privacy, or I feel icky about this and I don't want this to happen? Do they have a right to do that?
If they've signed their contract, they've waived that right. And, you know, I think it always comes back to that reasonableness test. Is the employer doing this and is that reasonable? But if they've signed their contract, they don't have a lot of options other than to leave.
Okay. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Fascinating, isn't it? If you are planning a holiday soon to get away from work, wondering where to go, then get out the pen and the paper, take some notes. In a Sunrise exclusive, we're about to reveal the top travel destinations for 2025 chosen by Lonely Planet.
And the good news is you don't have to travel far if the budget is an issue, with Tasmania's Launceston and Tamar Valley coming in at number 4 for the top regions in the world. For more, let's bring in Chris Zire. Great to have you with us from Lonely Planet, of course. We've just seen the map, some of the top regions in the world. How hard was it to make the cut?
Yeah, it's very difficult. So we actually start this list by going out to what we call our travel geeks. So they're our community, they're our writers, our authors. We basically ask them, where's going to be hot to travel in the year to come? And we get hundreds of nominations. So we then have to carefully whittle it down. It then goes to an expert judging panel, and from there the list is born. So, yeah, very exciting.
OK, let's look at the list in Australia. Tassie was right up there, Launceston.
Launceston and the Tamar Valley made the number 4 on our top regions list, which is absolutely incredible. And it is about food, glorious food, and something to kind of like wash it down with as well. And then the wider Tamar region, absolutely amazing. You can be zip lining over Blue Gum Forest. You can hit a national park that is beach edged. You can be kayaking the Tamar. Like it's fantastic in terms of the wider offering. So it's not just about Launceston, but the greater area.
And just a reminder, this is a global list. It's not just Australia. Yeah. In terms of Australian locations, on top of that, some of our beaches feature also a spectacular drag show. What's that all about?
Yeah, we do a trends list every year as well. So, and Australia is blessed with like so many great things to do. So we're lucky to have the #1 beach in the world in Whitehaven Beach, as listed in the Whitsundays, and #2 beach in the world in Squeaky Beach down in Wilson's Prom in Victoria. And we ranked Sydney as one of the top places to see a drag show as well. So, you know, good on them, right?
Yeah.
And also countries around the world.
Yeah, it's interesting. The one that I love, which I haven't visited yet, it's now top of my list, is the #2 country, which is Lithuania. So
really?
Next year it will be the 2025 Green Capital of for Europe. So really interesting reason to go there in the year to come.
Oh, there's the list. That's interesting, because a lot of people wouldn't have a lot of those on their list, would they?
That's true. Fiji, I reckon, top 3.
Fiji and Vanuatu maybe for a lot of Aussies, I would have thought.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in. Really appreciate it.
Cheers,
and of course, Lonely Planet's new Best in Travel Guide is available right now.